It's Rachel here. I'm here with the angel guidance for the week ahead, which is the 20th of June all the way through till the 27th of June. So it's Angel Monday again. Yay! So this is your chance to tune in, tap into your angels, reset your intentions for the week ahead, and start your week in a beautiful way so that you can manifest something beautiful this week. And what a powerful week this is. We have the solstice coming tomorrow. I think it's Tuesday in Australia and like Wednesday, 22nd in the UK. And I've got a special free event for you if you'd like to join me. And that is the Intuitive Angel Masterclass. So it's a free 90-minute Zoom session, which I'm running on Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock Australia time, which is 10 a.m. In the UK on that same day, Tuesday the 21st. So it's completely free masterclass working with the angels to uncover your intuition and the next steps on your path and purpose. Also, if you live in the US and Canada, you can join me. It'll be Tuesday your time, but it'll be 10 a.m. Wednesday in Australia, where I'm going to run it again for you so that you can, no matter where you are in the world, you can join me live for this masterclass. It's the first time I've done it in 2 time zones, because I hear from you guys all the time that you feel sad that you've missed something because it's not in your time zone. So I'm hearing you. And this is going to be such a powerful workshop. Not only is it on the solstice, but we're also going to be working with the angels to get some answers and really help you fine tune your intuition, because I know that you're getting guidance at this time, and your intuitive guidance, your angels speak to you through your intuition, believe it or not. They speak to you through those intuitive channels. So we're going to turn up the volume on your intuition. I'm going to give you some tips and hints around how to get those messages to be even clearer, as you know, from a professional perspective, the kind of tips that I use, things that I do. And we're also going to do some work on clearing blocks and helping you to get those clear answers that you really need right now, because I can guarantee that you are getting guidance and answers at this time, but you're procrastinating, you're doubting, you're second guessing, and you might even be squashing those messages before they arrive in your consciousness. And I want to help you to clear that channel up so that you can connect with your angels and find the courage. You know, sometimes it's fear that's holding that intuitive guidance back, because it's the equivalent of you putting your hands over your ears and saying, you know, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because you're afraid. What if something goes wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if people laugh at me? What if I'm judged? What if I get disappointed? All those things. So that's what the workshop is going to be about. You're going to leave that workshop with a sense of a shift within you, and it's completely free. And of course, during that class, I'm also going to talk about my bigger program, Awaken Your Soul Gifts, which is my developmental program for people who are serious about taking their gifts and using them in their life purpose, in their career, in building a business, or simply making your life better. So that's tomorrow night if you want to join me. So I'm going to pop the link in the comments here so that you can just go over and sign up for it, because if you're not signed up for it, you won't get it. So there are 2 lives, so it will be in your proper time zone. Wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to catch that class. And if not, of course, there's a replay. There will be a replay available on that. So this week, this Monday, I'm going to take you through your guidance for the week ahead with the help of the angels. We're going to bring through some messages for you this week. And I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot deck by Radley Valentine. People ask me all the time, which deck are they? And I'm also using the Magic of the Unicorns again, because I'm just loving the messages that are coming through from this new deck by Diana Cooper. Hi, Lindell. Nice to see you here. Now, I didn't put a little warning on Facebook this morning that I would be live at 10 a.m., but I figure you know by now that I'm here at I'm here at 10 a.m. So let me know in the comments if you're here, and what are you asking for help with from the angels right now? You know, I'm seeing a lot of people at the moment going through this feeling of wanting to give up. It might be giving up on your dreams, giving up on an idea that you had, giving up on, feeling disappointed that things haven't worked out yet how you want them to. And one of the messages for you this morning is that the angels want you to stay true to what's important to your heart, your soul, and know that even if you can't see how something will work out, a divine solution is coming, and you just need to open up to that solution. You need to get yourself, your ego out of the way, the fear mind out of the way, and really open up to receiving miracles. So what we would call a miracle for the angels is just a simple thing, right? It's not as massive as we think it is. And things turning out not just unexpectedly in a positive way, but also turning out in an unexpected way. Sometimes we get disappointed because we think narrow-mindedly, and we don't mean to, but we have a limited human perspective, don't we, sometimes? So we can think, the only way this is going to work out is if this, and this is going to happen. Or the only way it's going to work out is if I get enough money in my bank account for me to be able to deal with this. But we can't see all the alternative solutions, but your angels can. And sometimes there are shortcuts, there are miracles, you might receive that abundance, you might receive something free, and everything can work out, but you have to keep the faith and keep going. Too many people give up just before the miracle happens, just before what you've manifested comes to fruition. And often before you're about to make a big change in your life, something positive is about to happen, things can feel chaotic, even disappointing. Certain things that you thought were going to work out can kind of fall apart, and that's just a sign that things are shifting. It's like you can't get where you're going sometimes because there are too many rigid beliefs, situations, negativity holding you in that place. And so some things have to clear out of the way before the path can unfold for you. So, and I think sometimes as spiritual people, let me know if you think this is true, we can be a bit superstitious. We can think, oh, that looks like a block. That must mean the universe doesn't want me to have this thing. Or, sorry, I've just had my hair blow dried and I've got a hair in my face. We can think, oh, something bad has happened. This must mean that I'm getting punished, or it's bad karma, or the universe is telling me I can't have what I really want. And all that disappointment, all of that superstition, oh, that must mean something bad. Oh, I must be in a phase of bad luck. Maybe the universe, the angels don't love me. Maybe I'm just not good enough. That all adds up to negative energy that can pull you off the path and stop you with your manifesting, with your prayers, with your intentions, with your sort of joyful visualizations about what it is that you want. So what I want to say to you now is, don't read into those sort of things as being signs, because the universe is always on your side and the angels are always working for your positive good. And if there's a deep desire that is going to enhance your life and make life better and is positive, in some way, and matches your highest good, then there's no way the universe is going to say, no, sorry. It might say no to the road that you're taking. It might want to redirect you and detour you, but it won't say no to what you want, because your faith, your open heart, your courage to keep going is part of that manifesting process. I've had that happen to me so many times, and I know now, okay, this is a good sign, not a bad sign, right? I wonder what I'm meant to learn here. Okay, so Leah Marie, feeling a lot of fear and resistance, asked for some guidance at the Solstice Angel Zoom last Friday and got into fear. You've gone into fear. Feel like I'm on the cusp of the universe is testing me. Yeah, so let me tell you a story, Leah, and this might really help you, because I woke up with this story, so I think I'm meant to share it today. Linda, feeling defeated, feeling lost, feeling deflated. So you're welcome. Thanks, Paula. That was so heartfelt. I felt that in my heart. Thank you. So let me tell you this story because this is going to really help you. Now, I've been doing this a long time, like 19, 20 years. Can't remember. I need to count it up. It doesn't matter. So for a long time, I did a lot of in-person stuff. People came to my home for healing, for readings, right? And I did in-person workshops, Reiki 1 and 2, masters workshops. I still do those online, by the way. Angel workshops. And every single time, especially if it was really positively important, I would get somebody ring me before a workshop and say, I've got a flat tire, I've got a cold, one of my children has got sniffles, the babysitter just rang and said they can't come. And that must mean that I'm not supposed to come. Or someone would pay for, because I always make people pay up front because it makes people committed and they don't ring you last minute with these things. Someone would pay for something, Reiki 1 and 2, and they would say, okay, I feel like I've overspent money. I want a refund. I think I'm doing the wrong thing. It's not right for me. Okay. Now, one time, and I always knew when this happened that this was people's fear and resistance coming up. It's the ego coming up to say, help, fear, anxiety, something big is about to happen and change and bring positive change, and I don't like it. And it wants to suck you back into your comfort zone. So one time I ran this workshop. I'm going to write about this today in my blog. I ran a workshop for Reiki 1 and 2, and I had people coming from all over Australia and New South Wales for it. I had 17 people booked in for a Reiki 1 and 2 workshop that I was holding on a weekend in a hall locally. And a lot of those people were driving in from different places, and they were also going to stay at the local cabins and caravan park. During the night, the day before, this massive storm blew in, and it was sideways rain. My back garden looked like a waterfall as it was coming down the retaining wall. And I was like, I wonder if I should cancel it. But I knew a lot of people were already here. Some people were still coming in. Then in the next morning, I decided to keep going with it. This is meant to happen. I know this is a massive thing. All the people that are coming have got big life purposes. They're meant to be doing this. The next morning, I got a phone call saying that a big tree had come down across the road out from the caravan park and cabins, and no one could get their car through to come to the actual workshop. But I decided this has got to go. I could feel it from the angels. This is still going to happen. It's still going to happen. So I still went to the hall, set everything up. We talked to everybody. We organized lifts so that people who came to the entrance of where the tree was would get lifts to where I was. And every single person, even though there was a lot of superstition, a lot of fear, a lot of resistance, turned up to that class. And with half an hour of us starting, the rain clouds disappeared and it was a beautiful sunny day. And by the time we had morning tea, we were all giggling outside around this picnic table because it was just the most gorgeous day. And it ended up being a really, really powerful workshop, and everyone who came, not one person regretted it. Many of them went on to open their own healing businesses. Now, what I learned from all of that and from all my years of this and people ringing up is that what happens is the fear is like a detox, so that when you're about to do something positive, especially in the spiritual side of things, it's not a test so much, it's something comes up to seemingly block you, but it's not meant to block you. You're meant to stay committed to what you're doing. Because we stayed committed to that, everyone got a lot out of that class and everyone felt amazing for it. Sure, they had to put some effort in. Yes, there was a lot going on, but it's like a fear detox. It's like when you go for a massage or Reiki, sometimes when you leave, you get a headache or you feel kind of a bit achy for a few hours, or you get dehydrated. It's the fear that has been holding you back for so long comes up to the surface as you start to walk towards your goal and your dream. The more light is coming in, the fear is detoxing out of you, out of your cells. So that's why people often rang up with colds. It wasn't a cold, it was a detox symptoms. Little things of resistance. The ego creates a drama in order to create a block to hold you back. So you just have to stay committed, reaffirm your dreams and your goals and your intentions, and don't let that fear mind come up and and create that resistance so much that you're going to turn back from what your true goal and dream is. So what you say, Leah, about being on the cusp is exactly it. It's not so much the universe testing you, although that's a good way to look at it. It's like, am I really committed to my dreams and goals? Because you could say, oh no, I'm not really committed, I actually don't. Yeah. And then next year you go, oh God, I wish I'd done that. I wish I had. It's an opportunity for you to turn back, and we all get that. 2018, I was at this point where I couldn't run my business how I was running it anymore. I wasn't charging enough for my services. I was burning out. I was giving too much. I was over giving in my sessions. I was drained, and I was going through perimenopause, which was just adding to the load. Couldn't do a single thing. It's just like, I can't keep going. I can't keep going. Angels, please show me what I'm supposed to do. And I met this coach. Didn't mean to be, I wasn't particularly looking for a coach. I met a business coach who showed me how to repackage, change the way I was presenting, do more self-care. Now that course cost me 8,000 Australian dollars, and more than my car at the time was worth. It was pretty much everything I had in my bank. And I went into a massive fear when I committed to that. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? But I kept going because I knew from my experience as a healer how many people, when they get to that almost change, want to turn back, and sometimes do. And that it's just the fear detoxing out. And when I did that, it changed everything for me. That whole course program changed everything for me. It changed my trajectory, it changed my business, and I was able to keep going. It was stuff I needed to learn. But the fear, the resistance, yeah. And so whenever we're about to make a huge change in our lives, positive leap, right, leap forward, a quantum leap, the fear comes up. And we have to say, oh, hello, ego, I see you there. Thank you for showing yourself, and reaffirm your dreams and goals. So that's a bit of a long roundabout story, but I think it really, really, really helps me now, because every time you go to a new level, the fear comes up. So, that workshop was a perfect example of what happens if you keep going. The sun came out. Good metaphor. All right. So I want you to keep going with what is important for you. Sure, sometimes, we need to redirect. We need to change lanes, even change the way we're thinking about something. If there is really a block, as in you're not meant to do something that you're about to do, you'll be stopped. But it's not a case of that. It's a case of what you're meant to do. Sometimes we feel we're not ready, but our soul knows that we are. And it's what the mind does to us that is crazy. Fear, false evidence appearing real. So someone wrote to me the other day and said that they'd recently used my deep angelic clearing meditation that's free on my library, Angel Library. If you're feeling fear at the moment, go and do that. That's a really good way of clearing the energy. So we're going to work with Archangel Michael today, and we're going to ask Archangel Michael, please bring in the divine light to surround everybody, and keep us in a state of peace, courage, clarity, so that we can hear our intuition and our angels' guidance. So I want you to visualize the beautiful stream of light surrounding your body and holding you, supporting you, energizing you. And as that white light streams down and completely envelops your aura and your body, just take 3 deep breaths and ask to release fear from your aura, from your mind, from your energetic system. Just release fear. And fear can come up for so many reasons. It can be because you're going to a new level. It can be because other people's fears have soaked into you. It can be because you've been watching things that are based on fear and it's tuned you back into that radio station. Just let it all go. Imagine it like black puffs of smoke leaving your body, leaving your energy, and dissolving in this intense light. And we call on Archangel Michael now to come and be with everybody who's present here and in the replay, and to work through me and with me for the highest good of all, to clear fear, release and transmute it to the light, and to help everyone to tune back into their soul, their intuition, and their angels. Because that's who we need to be listening to. Our angels, not our fears. And as you let go of old disappointments and old stories about who you are and who you are not, you come into your true self and you really light up from the inside. And you know the path, you know the way. And we thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting everyone, for clearing fear, and for bringing through a clear message for this week. So just think about allowing Archangel Michael to guide you this week, to tune up the volume on your intuition. So thank you, Archangel Michael. What messages do you have? You know, there is a lot of fear around, and we've just had this big full moon and solstice is building. So it's like everything's magnified. So whatever you're feeling is going to be magnified. And it's a case of trusting and just saying, you know what? I trust that the angels are working with me and for me for my highest good, and that everything is working out for me. And that when I take guided action, inspired action, and I listen, then I'm being moved closer and closer and closer to what I want. And that everything is coming together in ways that I cannot possibly understand, but I appreciate. All right. So here we go. We had a spare card jump out there, so I'm going to use that one. Wow. Okay. Really positive energy. So first we've got Archangel Raphael, the King of Raphael. Look at this. He's emerging from the ocean. The dolphins behind him. Dolphins represent joy and remembering to breathe, right? To take a breath, to come to the surface. And we've got a sunset behind him and Archangel Raphael's energy just showing. So, oh, I just noticed a mermaid tail there. So this is saying, I'm going to tell you exactly what this card says. It says, yes, it is safe for you to trust. Trust the desires of your heart. Trust your intuition. Trust that what you want is coming to you. That's really the theme of today, right? That's what I wrote on my notes as I was preparing for this session is trust in capital letters. Trust intuition. So this is the theme of the week, and it's also letting you know what the angels want you to know. Then we have the Three of Ariel. So Archangel Ariel is about abundance and prosperity. So there might be some fears coming up for you this week about lack and scarcity. And Ariel and the angels remind us that the divine is the abundant and infinite source of our abundance, of good, of money, of love, whatever it is that you feel is lacking or missing. What you have now isn't an accurate picture of what you're always going to have or it's always going to be like. It's changing, and the idea of lack is that we look at things and saying that's not enough, it's always going to be this way, I'm always going to be struggling, there's not enough for me, I'm not enough. And here Archangel Ariel is saying to you, trust that there is always more coming to you. And you know what you put out in the name of love and peace and healing and enhancement and spiritual growth comes back to you tenfold. When you invest in yourself, you invest to create, you don't invest to diminish. So trust that as you are guided forward, if you're spending money or energy or time, it's going to come back to you. It's not a waste. It's not taking you down into less. Also, thinking about there's always going to be something to do. There's always going to be action to take. And sometimes we don't know what those actions are yet. And that's okay, because that's what the guidance is for. So trust in what you love. All right, two amazing guidance cards. Ariel, really focusing on that abundance and that career. So this one, this this card is the Seven of Ariel, and it's saying, again, it's a trust card. It's like, keep going, you're on the right path. Sure, you can't see the results of it all yet, but stay in the moment, one step at a time, having patience. Now, patience, what is that? That is trust. It's trust and faith, isn't it? It's saying, okay, even though I can't see, I know that it is already happening. And that's where the angels want to get you this week. They want to get you into that place of, I know it's happening. I know it's happening. Embody it. See yourself as already having it. So what you're working on now is going to bring abundance. It's like a harvest. You know, if you plant something, you don't instantly see the flowers or the fruit coming out, but you plant it knowing there's something coming. So the steps that you're taking now is bringing greater abundance and results in the future. And this is perfect. I love this card, and this is how I learned about abundance from the angels. I used to go every day into the paddock outside my house when I lived in a different area, and there was a big giant tree, and I used to sit under it and meditate, and sometimes have a chat with the tree and have a chat with the angels. And I learned through those meditations about how the universal energy works with us, and how it, just like a tree, is rooted into the earth, and it receives, you know, sunlight and nutrients and water from the air. And a tree supports insects and birds and animals and other plant life. It never sits there thinking, oh, I don't think I'm going to get any sunlight today, or I don't think I'm going to get any rain today. It just is, and it grows bigger and bigger because it trusts in the abundance that's coming to it. And that's how I see the abundance coming to us through our auras, like a giant tree streaming down everything that we need and helping us to grow. So this is about letting you know that your material needs are being fulfilled, and that if you can give, you know, nothing grows from stagnation. Nothing, abundance can't come from stagnation. So if you hoard, if you cling, if you hold on to your energy, your time, your love, your money, then you're never going to invite more, because energy has to flow. So give and receive, give and receive. Trust that what you put out will come back to you. Lovely, lovely card this time. And the Chariot, which is 2 unicorns. Archangel Metatron. This is a 7 as well. Keep going, you're on the right path. It's like this is success. It's determination to keep going and seeing the rewards for that. So we've got and not just rewards, it's like awards, acknowledgement by the people. Are the people benefiting from you doing what you're meant to be doing in the world? I love that so much. I love that so much. So does that resonate for you? Like, I see this as being very much an abundance reading. Let's pull a final card from the unicorns, just because. And I'm really grateful to the angels because, oh, look at that. So this one's asking you to connect with your angels, your guardian angels, and the unicorn, and to focus on peace and spirituality. You know, sometimes we're so focused on the material world that it's like we pull the blinds down on the spiritual world, and we forget, you know, we get real limited, like I said before, narrow thinking. And that's when the fear can come in, because we're like, this is it, this is all there is. Right? It's the old way of thinking. So as you open to the whole spiritual realm and you say, okay, we know there's more. We know there's more, and that expands, that dissolves the fear, because there is no fear there. All right, my beautiful souls. So I hope you'll join me for the free masterclass. This is not something I do all the time. You know, some people think that I give away my stuff all the time. I really don't. And this is an opportunity for you to come and do some work with me, the kind of work I teach in my live programs. And this isn't about meditation and guided healing like what we do in the attunements. This is very much a workshop to help you open and trust your intuition, connect with the guidance that's coming through for you right now, because there is guidance, there is something that you can do that is being given to you, and I will show you how to receive those messages. So that's tomorrow night. And if you're interested in the Awaken Your Soul Gifts program, which starts on the 5th, that's for people who are really taking their path seriously, who are ready to make a massive shift and move into out and away from their blocks and into their purpose and onto the path that you're meant to be on. And it's intensive immersion where we do lots of healing, lots of clearing, lots of identifying and removing your blocks, your personal blocks. You also learn how to use different tools to connect really quickly with the angels and your intuition. And we work on opening those psychic channels. It's a development program, psychic development, along with healing for you. And while you're on the program, you're getting guidance because you're learning how to use cards, pendulum, automatic writing, and other ways of receiving messages so that you can never doubt your intuition and those messages again. And people make huge changes to their lives after this program. So I'll put the link for that in the comments too. So I will see you tomorrow night for the masterclass. Thank you so much for being here. I love hearing from you, everybody. Just looking at your comments. Thanks, Jessica. Hi, oh, thanks, Jen. Yeah, those meditations are there for everybody, you know, those free meditations. I'm glad you're not turning back, Leah. Angel blessings to you and keep the faith. See ya.